Ayo, ayo, ayo. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let's get it popping. All right, I'm just gonna count this down. You good, Roach?
I'm ready, bro.
Let's.
I'm ready.
Let me open up this. Let me open up my iPad. I think I've got good battery. Let me open up the chat just to have something. We should be live. Yep, we're live. Definitely turn that down. Okay. Beautiful. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Web3 Gamer, where we cover this week in Web3 gaming, from gameplay trailers, news, game updates, and discuss everything that's going on in Web3 gaming this week. I'm your host, Iceyyy, and I'm joined by my good buddy, Roach Gilda. Roach, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good, my friend. Thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. We got a lot to get into per normal. It was there's never a dull week in Web3 gaming. So quick overview of how the show is gonna work, guys. We have got our game teasers. I'm like super excited about this. We actually switched up the order. We're gonna go from game teasers straight into game updates. I gotta update this graphic here. Roach, I got a whole bunch of new game teasers to show you. I'm so excited. Last week was a banger, and this week is going to follow suit. We're actually going to scrap the what's on our mind section. Again, I got to update this graphic. I do apologize about that, guys. Then we'll look at what's on the horizon, and then we'll talk about the games that we're playing. Roach, are you playing any new games? Don't spoil it, but just tell me, are you playing any new games this week?
No, not this week. No,
Not
unfortunately.
I've got a small switch up on mine. But
Oh,
before we get into everything, how was your week, Roach?
it was good, and I feel less stressed about grinding the games that I have because I already dropped one. I
You,
already dropped Sandbox. I no longer grind that.
okay, so there is an update here. There is an update. Um,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so dropping Sandbox, hot takes coming out the gate. I mean, if you watched last week's episode, maybe no surprise there. The first thing that we're gonna get into, Roach. I mean, we had a pretty big event this week, right?
Yeah, we had definitely actually two big events, in Big Time and for War Park. So.
Roach, I'm talking about the Bryson Blancos Cup, man.
Oh, that's right, dude. I already forgot about that. I swear, like I forgot. I
How
even did that.
how dare you? Shame,
Oh
shame,
my
shame.
god.
So
No,
guys,
that's
we
true.
had Roach and I both competed in the Bryson Blancos Cup. I think it's the second cup that he did. Bigger and better than the first one. He gave away $1,500 USDC, but $1,500. There were 10 competitors. Top 4 placed in the money, with first place getting, I think, like either $750 or like at minimum 500.
Yeah, it
um
was it was 750.
$750. Shout out to Bryson. Thank you so much for having us on in your tournament. It was a lot of fun. My only goal, Roach, I actually trained for the Bryson Cup for like 3 days. I probably put in somewhere around like 6 to 8 hours of training. My only
Hmm.
goal was not to come in last place. Do you know what place I came in, Roach?
Actually, where did you leave off? What was it? I had no clue, bro.
I
Like I
came in
have
last
no clue.
place,
Wait,
unfortunately.
really? No,
Shame.
but you know what though? You know what though? You did your best, and that's all that matters. I saw, bro, that you were trying. No, seriously, you did good, honestly, still. So yeah.
All right, guys. So let's. I got a quick clip from that, so we can go to that. If I go here, I tweeted this out. It was a super fun tournament. Thank you so much to Bryson again for hosting. Congratulations to the winners. I've got the standings right here. We can take a look at. So Ben Wartooth took it down. Well deserved. We got Nerez in second place. Kagi in third. Cairo, Dawnfather. It was actually, shout out to Dawnfather, friend of the show, friend of the stream. It was his first time playing Blancos, and he came in 5th place. What do you think about that, Roach?
Yo, I mean, he's just a good shooter, man. He's a good shooter, and he's just good at games overall. Like, he really dominated on the shooter ones. He was whooping ass, dude.
He
He did really good
really
on those.
did. He really did. He impressed me. That just goes to show like his skill in gaming. Roach, you came in 6th place, buddy. What happened there? I had my money on you.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect those like mini game maps. You know, it's
Yeah.
been like over a year since I've played them, so that threw
Yeah.
me off completely. But it was still fun. It was so much fun.
Dude, it was a blast. Bryson came in 7th, actually. Wow, I thought he was going to come a little bit higher. And then, yeah, let's check out. We'll start. The first clip that we'll show this week is my clip, just to give you guys a sense of like how, if you missed the live stream and you didn't go back to check any of the VODs, just to give you a sense of like how much fun we got to do this again, man. This, like, the energy and the collaboration from all these content creators was amazing. So give you guys a little sense of that here. I've got my one and only highlight from the entire tournament. Oh, I KO'd Bryson. Let's go, baby.
Oh, let's go.
Wait, there's more. There's more. Me and Donfather was going at it.
Baby.
Let's go.
Stop trying to hide. Get off the top.
Dude.
Oh, Steiny. I got 2 more. I ran hot here. I got so lucky.
Your reaction, bro, how happy you were, like.
Yes, KG, let's go.
One shot kill, if you hit a headshot, don't matter.
Let's go, Bryson. That's 2, baby. So in that clip, I take out Bryson, Donfather, KG, and then Bryson again. I got so lucky. I was like, yes. I was so happy because I'm like, yes, I got a clip. That's it.
Yeah, you got the 4-piece, bro.
But guys, I want to play this again. Listen to all the background audio, just from like the excitement and the competition. Like everyone was going hard. So this is super fun. Oh, I KO'd Bryson. Let's go, baby. Don, I'm coming for my revenge. Yes, Don. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Stop trying to hide. Get off the top.
I'll stop it there. There was so much like trash talking and competitiveness. It was so much fun. Again, shout out to everybody that participated and tuned into the stream. Bryson gave away a whole bunch of like rare blancos, expensive blancos. The giveaways were on fire. So this is what we need, Roach. This is what we need in Web3 gaming. More competitions, more community tournaments, more clips, more engage. I mean, we're gamers. Like, we need to game more in collaboration. So I love to see this, and I hope we do it again.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm keeping an eye out. I definitely want to do this again.
Absolutely. So, guys, as you know, jumping right into the game trailers and game teasers. Let's put that up there. The first one I've got, Roach, is from Earth from Another Sun. Do you know about this game?
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Never, actually.
So this game has been making a bunch of noise. This tweet talks about they're doing a free mint. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Let's see. Where do I have... Is this the only gameplay? I think this is a trailer. I think this is a trailer that we'll look at.
Oh.
Looks wild.
Wow, yeah. Huh. Is this similar to like metalcore?
A little bit. So here's the thing. I've jumped on a couple of like some of their spaces, and I actually think I saw Crypto Stash, shout out to Crypto Stash, do a gameplay trailer or gameplay first look on his channel with the devs. So oh, let me turn that audio down. It's from a smaller gaming studio, from what I understand. They have a couple of games out that they launched on like some VR, AR headsets, but this is their first like Web3 game. So they do have experience building games, but it's not a massive studio, and I don't think that they've got a massive amount of funding. But they are doing, I mean, maybe they're like a mid-sized studio. So the gameplay footage that I actually saw from Crypto Stash, it was a little janky. It wasn't like fully, it wasn't as smooth as this trailer is looking. But they are making noise. I think that they're planning to have the first alpha out hopefully by the end of the year, absolutely by next year, and testing alpha and testing beta and all of that. So it is a game that I've heard quite a bit of noise about, and I'm keeping my eye on for sure.
Yeah, this definitely does look like a lot of fun, and I'm getting like that metalcore vibe too. I'm noticing that like what this is like the third game that's like futuristic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. It's interesting. Good way to change it up from like the modern, you know, warfare games that we play right now. So that's
Ab-
pretty cool.
Absolutely. And like I said, guys, we're going to come back to this a little bit later because they are doing a free mint soon. So that's going to be a big deal. If you can get into, free mints, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, why
Let's
not?
crop that a little bit. All right. Next one I've got, Roach, for you. Eden Brawl. Have you seen Eden Brawl?
No, I have not.
So this is going to be from Spike Reacts. Again, another amazing content creator out there that I really follow and admire, look up to. He's putting out a ton of great content. So in his description here, it says it's a 5v5 MOBA where you try to score on your opponent's goal like Rocket League. So it's kind of got that Rocket League vibe. Let's check out some of the gameplay.
Which
here.
teleport?
The Vex's spacebar.
Who's talking?
I'm on cooldown.
So you kind of battle and
I don't understand some of these characters because they're not dying.
No, I couldn't trade.
Yeah, those are the
He scores.
buildables.
He's about to
I'm-
score
I'm
right
so lost in
here.
the sauce. There's so much going on right now.
Let's go.
So I think that's the goal right there.
Well played.
Was that Spike?
So it's like a battler, but also like Rocket League, like you got to like score on the other opponent's goal or something like that. Kind of interesting. I mean, the gameplay looked smooth, looked like good movement. What do you think about this one?
Well, from like a personal point of view, I'm not so hot about these top-down games like this.
Okay.
The gameplay does look like a lot of fun,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, all those like abilities and all that, I don't know. I find it unfair, like especially like if you like if it's like in a pay-to-win aspect, you buy these characters that have like better abilities and whatnot. It seems like one of those games, so um. Yeah, I'm interested in it, but I want to see like when it comes down to like the gameplay balancing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all these games are going to come down to a lot of the gameplay balance.
Yeah.
Not up Roach's alley. That's fine. I like what I'm seeing personally. The gameplay footage looks smooth. It's an interesting concept, right? Where it's a battler, but also you're trying to score a goal against your opponents, and it is a team collaborative game. So I could see something like this really, doing well because games are more fun with your friends. Games are more fun in a squad. So if you got your squad with different abilities, it's like big time and meets Rocket League kind of thing. So
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
so yeah, shout out to Eden Brawl. Along with Roach, I don't know too much about your game, but I'm excited to see what you guys do, see what you come up with, and see where you take it. All right, Roach. Moving on to the next one, Phantom Galaxies. What do you know about Phantom Galaxies?
I actually do have access to this game. I have
shit.
played it before. Yeah, but I'm puzzled because I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, you have 2 free chapters, you have 3 ships, and you just mine and like do missions, but that's basically it. I don't see the earning aspect of it, or
Okay.
there's not really much gameplay as of right now. Well,
Okay.
that was a while ago, but yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know much about Phantom Galaxies. I hear it a lot. It always is one of the games that kind of pops up when people talk about, Web3 games that they're excited about. I, for some reason, thought it was like either kind of like a trading card game or maybe just like an auto battler or something like that. This was the first gameplay footage that I saw of it, and it completely was not what I was expecting. This is from Friendly Paisan. Shout out to Friendly Paisan, friend of the show, friend of the stream. So I was intrigued.
NPCs, Datapad, new codex. This game is amazing. This game is fucking incredible.
He's a fan.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, just this. I mean, I love the graphics. The graphics look amazing. They've got a very interesting world here. I think he's got some gameplay footage. There's something like,
Suit?
I mean, you're flying around space. I mean,
Where you at though? Oh.
This
Yeah,
is pretty
so-
wild.
Yeah, so basically the ships that you buy,
relax.
you know, you can transform into that mech, and
Okay.
also on the ground because there is some planet gameplay.
Yeah.
But actually, one thing that I do want to mention that I did not take any part of and didn't look more into is that you could actually like own a planet in this game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't look too much into that, but graphic wise, like it's beautiful. The detail, the game does run very smooth. The gameplay mechanics is a lot of fun, but yeah, like I said, very no really tutorial like on what to do like after you do the starter, like the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a very, I don't know. There's
How did
like
you get
empty- not
access? Do you
empty,
need
you know?
to like apply? Do you need an NFT or what?
You have to buy an NFT that's on the Polygon net.
Okay.
And then once you buy that, you connect to their website and it verifies that you're a holder of that pass.
Yeah.
And then you get a code that you enter on the launcher from the website, and then you
Uh-huh.
can just start playing.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I'm intrigued, man. I'm intrigued. Like all of these games, Roach, there's so many games that we cover here. There's so much going on in the Web3 gaming space. So it's hard to stay on top of everything, right? Because does it have a token? Does it sell land? Do you need an NFT? Are they cosmetic NFTs, or are they, play to earn NFTs? Is it an alpha, beta, closed, open? Like, there's so much.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to stay on top of everything. But like I said, Phantom Galaxies is a game that I've heard a lot about. And like we talk about every week on the show, once I see gameplay footage, that's the first thing that's going to get me interested in your game. And now that I've seen this, finally, I'm like, whoa, I am intrigued. I want to learn more. So I'm definitely going to be diving into Phantom Galaxies at some point. And guys, if you know more about the game in the comments, please let us know. We're only 2 people here and we're doing our best. But like, if you know about the game, tell me, educate me, tell me what I should be looking out for and paying attention to. I love that feedback. All right.
Yeah, definitely. We would really appreciate that because I want to get into it more, but I couldn't find reason. But now that you showed me this, I kind of feel like doing a stream for Phantom Galaxy. To be honest with you.
We're gonna stream all these games at some point for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This next one that I've got what is it? Champions Ascension. That's what it is. Champions Ascension. Again, Roach, what do you know about Champions Ascension?
This is the first time I've heard about it. You've been showing me all these new games. I'm shocked. You're discovering them more than I am now. That's so cool.
Web3 gamer, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button. I'm kidding. Don't smash anything. That shit's so overplayed. But if you like the show, you can press the like button. You can tune in every Friday, Iceyyy and Roach. All right, Roach. I'm gonna play. They got a full like introduction and first look at the game. So I'm gonna play this. It's about 1:46. So we're gonna play this with sound and take a look.
Let's just take a
Might be
look
a
at
little
what
loud. Let me
Champions
turn that
Ascension is. This is a
Yeah,
triple
it's slightly
A
loud.
game with a play-to-earn aspect. Let's just take a look at the trailer.
Okay, immediately you had me at AAA, and then my spidey senses go up when you say play to earn aspect. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold off on reservation.
Here.
I love this kind of stuff. This is, AAA. For a reason it is AAA. If I could give it another A, I would give it another A, quadruple A, because it is so high quality.
A ton of talent in terms of the
team behind this, and again, tons and tons of game experience. They know what they're doing.
You can kind of see just the overall graphics. I think as this transitions into a play-to-earn game, we are going to see some pretty amazing stuff.
3, 2. I mean, trailer looks good so far.
This is the moment we've
And
all
then they
been
bring you into
waiting
this
for.
world,
The
and
grand
this looks
opening
amazing.
of the sleeping Karkadon.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I like the graphics, like Fortnite style. Okay, they got Snoop Dogg.
Big Snoop Dogg.
Apparently.
Oh,
Shout out to
no.
the Champions team. Big Snoop Dogg was in the game.
You know, I'm a proud owner, and I'm thankful to be in the Champions.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
Yeah, just getting started, baby.
Wow.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh,
So they got like, I love this. Is this like an auto battler concept, but it's like a mini game, and you're still in this like little den that they have. I don't know, this Karkadon thing, because you can see all the characters in the background, but like it's like watching like a chicken fight or something like that. I don't know what this concept is, but I'm intrigued. This looks super interesting.
That's a bomb, y'all.
Oh,
I like the fact that they're layering in a lot of different elements here, both on
This is how
gameplay.
you do a trailer, man.
We then get
Yo,
to battle
for
each
real.
other.
First
a
good
play-to-earn
impressions of this.
aspect on the blockchain.
The aspect of somewhat interactive NFTs.
This looks absolutely epic.
So if you guys are looking for a great community, a great project, and a great world to be a part of, definitely check out Champions Ascension.
There you go, Roach. What do you think?
Yo, that was actually kind of interesting. Like, it looked pretty lit. Not gonna lie. But wait. So I'm still confused though. Like, what type of game is this really then? Like,
I have no idea. No idea. Again, another game where I've heard like a lot of buzz about Champions Ascensions. Like we said, they got some play to earn aspects, but it does seem like very collaborative, right? You saw everyone on the dance floor, you know, dropping fart bombs and you know, everyone in the voice chat and stuff dancing and so it seems like very community driven. Kind of a lot going on there. So and they got endorsements from Snoop Dogg, although I don't know if this is like a cameo that they paid, you know, $200 for, or they actually are partnered with Snoop Dogg in somehow.
Yeah, no, this definitely did look interesting, but the whole play to earn aspect, like you said, like
The graphics look incredible.
It does.
I mean, what
It
they
really
have so
does.
far for this being my first impression of the game, yeah, I definitely want to learn more.
Yeah, definitely. This is interesting, and I'm still puzzled though. Like, what kind of game this is gonna be? Like, that matters a lot, you know. It
Yeah.
matters so much.
Yeah, for sure,
And then we could make better judgment off of that.
for sure. The first impression that I have of it, though, it's kind of seems like what was that pirate ship game that I forget the dude who was streaming it all the time, but like you would like steal people's pirate ships and stuff and like float around. You remember that game? Like something of the seas?
Oh, Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of
Yeah.
has like those kind of graphics, and it seems
Yeah.
like, you know, kind of interactive like that game was, where, you know, it's very much, it feels like a game, just first impressions off the trailer, it feels like a game that you can kind of just jump in, hang out. You're not like, it's not a super competitive game where you're like, you know, on the edge of your seat, you know, super sweaty, like grinding it out. Just like jump in, have fun, talk shit with your friends, maybe, you know, do some type of like gambling or you know, like battler with this little roulette wheel that they got going on, and kind of just, you know, kind of like a hangout. Well, Champions Ascension, definitely one to keep an eye out. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I hope it's actually like free roam, you know, open world. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this game. It's just so hard to picture. It really is hard to picture. I just want to know what type. Like, that's gonna just change everything.
Well, that's the thing that I love about this show, Roach, is that like we're looking at these early teasers, right? So we're getting these, you know, early impressions and early introductions to these games, and we're going to be able to follow their development, and the cream is always going to rise to the top. So the good games are going to like kind of bubble up, and we're going to be like, oh, dude, I looked at this, you know, 2 months ago, and you know, now my friends are playing, or like they've got, you know, an open beta. So we can jump in and it's like, oh shit, like this is actually really fun. So this is a good way to stay on top of things, you know?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
All right, bud. I think the next one, oh no, we've got 2 more, I think. So Star Atlas, you know about Star Atlas.
Yes, I have seen Sinful actually played this for once, stream for me for once.
Okay. I think that they had one of the like largest land sales or like NFT sales ever. When they launched, they got into a huge debate. The founder got into a huge debate against the Illuvium founder on shout out again Keigi. We actually got a couple clips from Keigi John in a minute. Did you see that debate, Roach?
No, I did not.
Bro, it's an all-time epic debate between the Star Atlas founder and the Illuvium founder. I mean, they were getting dirty, slinging mud at each other. He's like, "There's no way that you can deliver all the things that you're promising." Like, it got heated.
Ooh, it got nasty.
Yeah, so guys, if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But we get a first look. So they gave a playable demo, and it's on Epic Games Store. So again, shout out Epic Games, first launching with Blankos, continuing to invest and grow the Web3 ecosystem by incorporating Star Atlas, which is, on the Solana blockchain. Here's the thing that I don't like about this, Roach. It's only so this first demo, basically it's a look at your garage. So everyone that like has an NFT or bought NFTs, they get to look like into their garage at the NFTs that they bought. It's only open to the NFT holders.
Oh, that sucks.
So like all these news articles came out like, oh, Star Atlas, Epic Games, like, they just rolled out its first playable demo. But it's the demo's only open to NFT owners, and I think the NFTs were like really expensive, so I don't love that. But let's take a look at one of the first looks at Star Atlas. So again, this is from Keigi. Guys, if you don't follow Keigi, I mean, are you in the Web3 gaming space? Come on now. Shout out to Keigi. He took third in the Bryson Cup. Huge creator.
Yo, thank you, Star Atlas, for giving me access to the showroom. This is looking absolutely beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, this project is on the Solana network, and this is one of the most ambitious projects in crypto in Web3 gaming. I know a lot of you support this game or this metaverse, and a lot of you don't support it. I don't even know why. Just get established. When this game was there from you guys can see the entire showroom and everything it has to offer. But this is looking absolutely beautiful.
So one of the things that I understand about Star Atlas is that they said this in their debate, they're developing all of their resources from scratch. The colors, the textures, the materials. Like, they have very ambitious goals to build this, the best AAA Web3 game ever. That is their goal. I think they've got a really long time frame. I don't think we're going to see the game, honestly, for like 5 to 10 years. Like, truthfully, we've seen very few updates and like leaks of what they've been building so far. This is probably the biggest one that we've seen so far. But like all the assets that you're looking at, all the graphics are as far as I understand, like built from scratch. And I think they're building in Unreal Engine 5, and they're using like new technology. So the infrastructure and the development that they're doing is kind of massive. So
buckle up.
Hold on, we've got some more clips here. Let me go. Oops. Where's my next clip? KG. I guess let me go to his Twitter. Okay, this is the second one, and we've got.
Tony Stark who? Tony Stark who?
Dude, that looks good.
Iron Man got shit on me.
Kegi's such an entertainer. You gotta love it. And then the last one we've got right here.
Oh, yeah, yo, what's up, Wagner? Yo, Wagner.
I mean, the movement looks really good.
Let me invite you to a drink, man. Sit
Everything.
right here, man. Come
Honestly, the detail, the lighting, the shading, all of that looks really good.
Yeah. And I think it'll be even more polished. Honestly, I mean, maybe it's because this is like a clip from his stream that like was posted on Twitter, so maybe the quality is reduced a little bit. There's like some compression going. Because the way that they talk about it, they really hype up their graphics and everything that they do. So let me actually look at it a little bit, because I wanted to. Is it? They talk about it in this article, or I think. Oh, So the Foundation Software Kit, F-Kit, is an open source SDK that lets Unreal Engine 5 developers integrate into the Solana blockchain, letting users, sign transactions, all that stuff. They get a lot of praise. I think they're getting a lot of praise for this Foundation Software Kit that they're building out. I think I've got an article on that later on that maybe we'll jump into, but I mean, yeah, look at this snapshot.
Yeah, that looks beautiful right there.
Very excited for what Star Atlas is doing. Always nice to see some updates from them. Definitely one of the most ambitious projects, and can't wait to see more. The only thing is your NFTs are really expensive, and that was what they were getting called out for. How are you going to balance that? But the founder honestly did have a lot to say. I think the founder's name was Grant. He did have a lot of good answers. So excited to see where Star Atlas goes. The next one I got for you, Roach. This game just seemed to blow up out of nowhere. We haven't even seen any actual real trailers or real gameplay footage, but I saw everybody talking about this game this week. I mean, I think they jumped on a big time space. Jonah Blake was talking about them. Bryson was talking about them. Did you see this, Shrapnel?
No, I've actually seen it on Twitter, but I haven't looked into it. But from this right here, dude, looks so freaking amazing. Like, what the hell, dude?
So they've got a white paper out. I definitely want to dive into the white paper. They've been doing a lot of just PR and media. So I'm really interested. We got a couple of little teasers that we're gonna look at. One thing though, they've got a token already. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
You see, why integrate the token? How does that work on a shooter? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it makes no sense.
But let's take a look at couple of these teasers that they dropped. I mean, the footage looks amazing.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Little teaser there. I don't know what that green rock is. Looks pretty cool. We got this one here.
What the hell?
I mean, it's almost not fair how they're doing these teasers, because it's like, dude, tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah,
because you can make anything look so freaking amazing, but it comes down to when you actually play the alpha or whatever, the actual gameplay. It's so different.
What about the game, right? What about the game?
Yeah, and see what I see there, what a lot of people don't know in this trailer, is that it has Levolution. And for those of you guys that don't know, all Levolution means is it's a destructive world.
Okay.
So what you see, that building, collapsing, you see it all crumble. That's that gameplay feature was added on Battlefield 4, and that was the first time Levolution was introduced. And now this game's adding that, clearly from what we're seeing. So that's super awesome, and it just makes it very fun when you're engaging in the combat and you have things falling on you, buildings collapsing. So that right there,
yeah, he jumps
that's
off, dude.
Super hype. Yeah.
I need to know more. Tell me more. They say it's the first AAA customizable FPS, truly owned by players using blockchain technology. But guys, that's it. That's all we know. They're coming out of nowhere. Not too much info yet on the game. But like I said, they do have that white paper on their website. So it's definitely something that I'm going to be looking into. And excited to see what they got coming up next, to be honest.
I like so far the characters. They look super mean. That looks dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Roach. Okay. Next we've got let's jump into the game updates. So we'll talk about some game updates. I think the first one that I wanted to jump into was maybe well, let's talk about Blankos, right? Let's see. Blankos, only right that we talked about the Bryson Cup. There was a reason why he hosted a Bryson Cup and gave away $1,500 this week. So season one officially launched for Blankos Block Party, again on the Epic Games Store, with the launch of their Godzilla skin. I know that you were grinding to get that. We both were playing Blancos a lot this week. So talk to me, Roach. How was your experience with Season 1 Blancos Block Party?
Well, the biggest thing that impacted me about this season one was that I was excited, right? There was a new class introduced, which was the Bruiser and Trickle. And I thought, that was going to be just a class that you can choose for any Blanco. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was a season one specific. So it was a shocker to me that only season one, O1 Blancos are capable of using those new classes, and season, 0 or OO, they're locked in with the old classes. And I actually wanted to ask you, how do you feel about that? Do you think them not allowing you to use these new classes on the old Blancos, do you think that brings value, even more value to them? Because they have those unique classes that aren't playable anymore, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I certainly love the idea of rewarding your early adopters, your early users, and creating like this rarity and this uniqueness in the early passes and the early launches. So I love that idea. What I don't love is with like the class, and I don't know, you can tell me if this is true or not. I don't love the idea of like having special utility that gives you an unfair advantage in the game. Like, I don't think new entrants and new gamers should be penalized for, not finding out about the game earlier and not have a chance to compete or anything like that. So I love the idea of gating things and rewarding people with that early, benefit, but it needs to be balanced, right?
Yeah, see, I found it to be unfair because, yeah, like me, I'm like I'm an OG player with them.
Yeah.
So therefore, I already have maxed out Blancos and I get to use those old classes, which right now are balanced. So I have an advantage over them. And I've already tested out like one of the new classes, which is Bruiser, and it's not as effective even leveled up and with the perks. They need to buff the perks up because, like, for example, the body slam for the Bruiser class, it doesn't do that much damage and there's a long refresh, and the shield is not as effective as the tanker shield. It doesn't last as long and doesn't protect you as much. But yeah, and it forces people to buy the old ones. You know what I mean? Like, it really does force them, especially if they're brand new and they don't even know what is going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a big player disadvantage right now with that.
Yeah,
And
so
it's not balanced.
yeah, so I don't love that. I don't love that, right? However, two things I'll say about that, right? Obviously on the day of launch, there was some delays in launching the first season, right? They kept pushing it back an hour. There was some controversy over one of the rare Blancos getting minted first and all that stuff. But I think that King Apollo, I was watching his stream after the Bryson Cup, and he made some really great points of like, dog, every game that I've ever played, when they launch, their first first version, it's always launched with like bugs or whatever. There's never been a game that like didn't have something, and Blancos actually addressed it really quickly. They got up, they didn't have to push it back a day or 2 or 3 days. They were able to fix whatever they needed to fix and get it live the day that they said they were going to. And King Apollo said something about, Blancos like rewarding their players or taking care of their players when things go wrong, which, there's a lot of gaming studios out there that like, they just wash their hands. It's like, oh, sorry that you had a bad experience, but, it is what it is. So, shout out to Blancos. They are a pioneer in the space, right? First game launched on the Epic Games Store. And, they're going to make some mistakes. They're going to make, they're going to learn some things and they're going to evolve and grow. So it's definitely a concern from a player standpoint that you're talking about, Roach, the balance. But, it's early and I think that they'll adjust, and every game behind them will continue to learn from what they do right and what they don't do so well. So, but you were grinding for the Godzilla Blanco, right? Tell me more about that.
No, that was a drop.
Okay.
That was the drop. I was grinding for the Dracula, which I
Okay.
did get early mint number 33, and I was grinding for the
Damn.
arm piece, right? That it's I think a bear. I think it is the arm piece, and I managed to get mint 23 or 27 of that. So, but
Wow. You got some
yeah, I
early
got
mints.
early.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, and this isn't even like cheesing it or anything, but when the new challenges comes out, like the weeklies,
Yeah.
there's always the same challenges: level up a Blanco twice, use a certain amount of XP chips, and then grade up a Blanco.
Yeah.
If you quickly just do that before even playing, you can already get a huge boost on the pass to get early mints. So that's how I managed to get those early. But
Alpha, guys. Alpha.
yeah,
Blanco's
no,
alpha for you.
definitely though, I do like the fact that they did deliver,
Yeah.
the update on the day they said they would, even though they got a lot of hatred. And I think instead of saying like, "Oh, next hour," they should just say, "We'll be up momentarily. We'll let you guys know." You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because you're waiting, wasting your time waiting for that hour because you're hyped, and it doesn't happen. They just delay it. So I think they should change that instead of keep delaying it an hour and telling people it's gonna be an hour. Frankly, they shouldn't do that. But they did reward us with I think a few XP chips and gumballs for making us wait as an
Yeah.
apology. So they dealt with that in the right way in that sense. They didn't even
Guys.
have to, but it bring a lot of happiness to people that they considered that.
Guys,
So.
Roach Killer is holding no punches today. He's letting them all have it. He's like, listen, I am not happy about this, and I am not afraid to tell you. Kind of reminds me of this meme right here, guys. I feel like this is Roach today.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. As you can see,
Oh shit!
That is the energy that Roach Killer is bringing to the stream. He's like, listen, Blancos, the more you fuck around, the more you find out. Okay, Roach. All right, you're spicy today. You're spicy. Okay, Roach. Listen, well, I will be the voice of reason this week, and I will celebrate all of the games. I think this week was massive. A lot of development, a lot of shipping, a lot of big news. Salute to Blancos for launching season 1. I love to see it. And yeah, this was a fun week to me, and I'm not coming at you, Roach. I'm just saying this was a very fun week in Web3 gaming for me. Because we just had so much going on in all of the games. The next one we're going to talk about, Roach, Illuvium Private Beta 2 has arrived. This was announced 2 days ago. So if you had access to Private Beta 1, then you now have access to Private Beta 2. I have zero access to either. So I am still dying to play Illuvium. TSG, let me in, bro. Let me in the Private Beta. There's a whole bunch of announcements, whole bunch of things that were added and updates. You can go through this blog post here. We'll link it in the description. Man, I feel like the PR and marketing for Illuvium just like went to another level this week. I've seen so much content from Illuvium, hours and hours. I can't even keep up with it all. Hours and hours and hours of interviews, content, updates. And yeah, I love to see them building and sharing everything. So shout out to Illuvium. And guys, if you have access to Private Beta 2, can you comment down below? Let me know how it is. Don't be afraid. You can rub in the salt. It's fine. I'll cope. I'm used to coping. But let me know. Let me know how Private Beta 2 is going. And if you got any pull and you can get me access, holla at your boy.
Hook me up.
What do you think, Roach?
Is this Private Beta 2 the same as the first because the first one was in an arena, right?
Yeah, I think that was their auto battler. They did say there was a tweet. I think that they said something new had been shipped, like a new I guess the survival arena. Maybe that was the same auto battler. Like I said, it's tough. I don't know. I don't have access. We should definitely have TSG or I forget AWOL on Twitter. Is it Aaron? I apologize, man. I should know your name, but we should have him on Web3 Gamer. They're doing so much content. We should have them on Web3 Gamer so that I can learn and get educated on exactly everything that's going on with Illuvium.
And actually, do you know if right now? Well, you need an NFT, right, to get the access, right? Or do they have it like big time where it's like, you know, you just submit info and you get access with like something that's not an NFT? Like, how does it work to get in right now?
I have no idea. They do have a sign up on their website. You can apply for early access. And I know that they're doing some stuff with content creators. But like I said, I have not been given access yet. So, but I want to.
Yeah, and so that video that we saw last week, that was the free roam aspect, but that's not ready yet, right? Like, that was just like something that they were gonna release down the future.
Yeah, that was their open world. So we saw gameplay footage from On-Chain Gaming of like the open world, and then a little bit from their auto battler. I did see some more footage from their auto battler from another creator, but like I said, I don't know much about the world because I don't have access, and honestly, there's so much going on in their world that it's tough to stay up to date with. It really, really is.
Yeah, no.
But the announcement is Private Beta 2 is out, so that's pretty big. Pretty big. Another game update, Roach, that we're gonna jump into. Metalcore, one of our favorites from last week, continuing to be all over Twitter, all over the content, the media, the promotion, the marketing. So we saw this pretty big announcement. They're delighted to partner with our other favorite game, Play Big Time. What is going on here? Metalcore and Big Time partnering up? What?
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Roach?
I feel like, I don't know if I've told you about like the Undead Blocks and My Pet Hooligan. Like when they collab, you know, Undead Blocks got early access to My Pet Hooligan, and I think they're gonna have like their own assets made.
Yeah.
I feel like with this collab, it's gonna be the exact same thing, but I don't know how it's gonna work. Like Metalcore comes into Big Time, maybe we'll have like some futuristic armor and weapons, or Big Time goes into Metalcore and we have some kind of like, you know, medieval looking armor and weapons for Metalcore. I don't know. I'm actually interested in that, but I for sure feel like it's gonna be that, you know, that kind of collab. But yeah, I don't know.
They didn't announce too many details about specifically what the collaboration would be. So you make some good points there. However, one thing that I just love about this space is like, look at all these games, all these IPs willing to collaborate, willing to partner with each other. That is something that is special and unique. Well, maybe not like totally unique, but it is much more prominent in Web3 gaming than Web2 gaming, I feel. And it's something amazing to see. I mean, of course it makes sense, right? We're all kind of building together, and it's such a small and new space that it does make sense to like work together because we're all in this together.
Yeah.
But it just goes to the ethos of Web3 and crypto. You know, we're all going to make it, which is a little, you know, cringy, but at the same time, it is like this, like there's enough for everybody. And we're not here to build these walled gardens where we own everything and we control everything. We're here to share. It's open. It's transparent. We're here to collaborate. It's interoperable, whatever that, you know, ends up coming to be. Those are still the values of crypto and Web3. And it's a beautiful thing to see Web3 gaming adopt those same values and principles and enact them with all these partnerships and open collaborations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes so much sense, like in for Web3, you know, companies to get together and have each other's assets in each other's games. You know, in a Web2, it's not. It's all about competition and being the best. But here, it's not even about being the best. It's just about, you know, more utility for the assets that are available. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let's see. The next one we got on this game update, we talked about Gilda Guardians last week. I saw that Derek Lau, their co-founder, dropped this roadmap. So he says the tweet here, the roadmap for Gilda Guardians is incredibly exciting and bigger than what people expect. So I wanted to share this really cool update on the roadmap. If you guys are a fan of Gilda Guardians or are playing Gilda Guardians, this is your roadmap, guys. So, you know, we've got the journey begins with the alpha. We've got the story of Eldarim. We've got active staking, builders fund, creators 2.0. Then they're going to have their expanded universe, future of esports. So they're thinking of how, you know, Gilda Guardians is going to compete on stage in an esport arena and really capture that gaming competitive aspect. They're going to be going global. I love that. That just sounds cool, right? Going global.
Yeah, going global.
Who doesn't want to go global? It makes me think of like, you know, Pitbull, Mr. 305. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
Going global. They've got X to earn up there in the right-hand corner. I mean, I feel like that could be taken off the map, but we know it's Gilda Guardians. They do have a token. There are going to be some play-to-earn aspects, whatever that means. And then they've got Gilda Guardians IRL. So they're going to have some IRL stuff. Maybe that's events. Maybe that's, you know, the tournaments, or maybe that's like some Pokemon Go stuff. I don't know, but love to see that. Or maybe it's just buzzwords too, right? Like, yeah, we're going to have IRL stuff. Like, okay.
Yeah, but it's funny how you say Pokemon Go, because that's the first thing that came to mind. And I guess it would make sense. Maybe you go like to some location and you get some loot. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's actually quite interesting. So, yeah.
For sure. Okay. Next one, let's see. Is this I think that these are these are still updates. Okay, yeah. These are still updates. The next one I have, this is the article from Star Atlas that I wanted to talk about and share. Just their showroom, obviously we covered earlier, but down here, what I think is really amazing, there was this, Michael Wagner was the co-founder, not Grant. Oh my goodness. Grant, I think, is maybe a part of Illuvium.
That's Undead Blocks.
Undead Blocks. You're right, Roach. Thank you. That's why I have you here. Let's see. They were saying that, you know, Star Atlas is continuing to pave the way for a mass adoption of Web3 gaming by being very early to fully utilize the Epic Games game engines, advanced all new technologies like Nanite and Lumen. We're setting the worldwide standards for the next generation of AAA gaming. So I heard them talk about Nanite and Lumen, and they're these new development tools, basically, I think in Unreal Engine 5, that really just allow you to have super detail and rich, like in the pixels and in all the elements that you can interact with. I don't know if you guys ever saw like the Matrix Unreal Engine 5 teaser trailer, but that thing was amazing. And just the ability that you have to design and develop with Unreal Engine 5 is incredible. And Star Atlas is being built on Unreal Engine 5, which is brand new technology. So we do have high hopes and high expectations for what they're going to be able to do with that technology. And I think that's part of the reason why it's going to take so long. But yeah, these new things like Nanite and Lumen, they're kind of leading the way with that. So it's just something that gets me really, really excited. And I wanted to share that with you guys here. Like we talked about, you know, they shared the garage basically. So that's the space and the gameplay that you can experience right now. Let me see here. You know, them being on Solana and doing a lot of this development, they're just leading the way for Solana gaming. Here it is. So that foundation software development kit that they're calling F-Kit, it enables developers to do quick and simple integration of Unreal Engine 5 with the Solana blockchain. And by sharing that with developers worldwide, Star Atlas is making it easier than ever for studios to build on the Solana blockchain. So I love that. And we've got a comment here from Yatsu, the CEO of Animoca Brands. We talk about him and Animoca Brands a lot on the channel. You know, he said, channeling the spirit of Web3, the Star Atlas F-Kit paves the way for mass adoption of decentralized gaming. It instantly renders the open metaverse accessible to hundreds of millions of new entrants and enables anyone to build immersive experiences, creating more opportunities through digital ownership, giving game studios and publishers the ability to integrate the Solana blockchain into high-quality projects built on the Unreal Engine. So I wanted to highlight this. It is, on the tech side, maybe on the nerdy side, but I think that these software and technological innovations and developments are going to be a huge, huge part of the backbone and the infrastructure of Web3 gaming. So I want to salute and commend a project like Star Atlas that is leading the way in that charge. Do you have anything to say about this, Roach? Do you agree with that, or you got some more, fuck around and find out hot takes?
No, I actually agree with that, and so far from what I've seen, because I don't know much about Star Atlas, I mean, it looks like it's going well, and I mean, let's just see what happens in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to the next one here. Again, just pretty bullish on Star Atlas and everything that we got going on. All right, guys. So, did I lose the cameras there? Sorry about that. There we go. Okay.
Oh.
Edit. Edit point. All right, guys. So the next update that I have, maybe not for everybody, but this is one of the biggest projects in Web3 gaming as far as daily active users go. One of the, biggest projects that achieved success with the play to earn model that of course saw the downside of play to earn model. But we got Steppen with a huge announcement this week. So for all you Steppen users out there, GMT earnings are live. We're delighted to announce that GMT earning is live in the Steppen app for level 30 sneakers. So if you have a level 30 sneaker, definitely read this tweet, read the blog post, find out the best way to maximize your level 30 sneaker and start earning GMT. I'll be fully honest, I don't know as much about Steppen as I should. I don't know much about this GMT announcement. To me, I know that their ecosystem was hurting, similar to basically all the P2E ecosystems. We're really seeing all of them drastically shift their models to try and stay afloat. Really, we've got an Ice Poker update coming after this. So GMT earnings are a change from the GST earnings, and this has something to do with it's tied to their rainbow sneakers, which are new NFTs that there's different ways to gamify and combine them to maximize your earnings. I'm not so sure about this, guys. I'm not so sure. There's a lot of people that are bullish on Steppen. They love Steppen. They go out for their runs every day. I know it has a really strong jogger runner community. I was a Steppen user. I did have access to a level 30 sneaker, so actually I might be benefiting from this announcement. I got to check that out, but it wasn't something that I really enjoyed doing. It kind of felt like I had to do it. So that's the biggest thing that I learned about play to earns, is that only invest and only play games that you enjoy playing, because when the token goes down and you're down money, if you can at least still enjoy the game, well then there's something there. Do you have any thoughts on this, Roach?
This is actually funny because, like you said, this is you need an NFT, and then you walk or run, and then you could earn that coin, right?
Yeah.
It's quite funny because I remember seeing a video on Instagram where somebody had this he had 10 phones and he was signed into that app. Yeah, and they were all shaking. I don't know. I don't like that. This just an easy way to get quick money, and like you said, you feel forced to do it. You're not really enjoying it.
I think this comment.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I think this comment, kind of sums up the sentiment, right? I guess in this GMT earning, we'll dump GMT because everyone's gonna sell it to make some ROI. So they're saying Steppen's not gonna survive for sure. I mean, listen. A lot of these P2E projects are down bad, and they're trying to innovate new models to dig themselves out of the hole that they got themselves into. Hopefully, this can bring some revival to the Steppen ecosystem. But ultimately, we kind of have to leave these Ponzi-nomics and find more sustainable systems. And I don't know if this is it. Like I said, I'm not as educated on this as I wish I was. But yeah, big announcement either way for the ecosystem, and we'll see how it plays out, Roach. I guess that's the most that we can do.
Yeah, basically.
Going from one P to E to another, we've got Ice Poker, big update, another huge update to the overall ecosystem, probably one of the biggest updates ever to the overall Ice Poker product. So they had the Ice Merge, what they call the Ice Merge this week, previously known as Delegation V2. I know you don't follow this, Roach, so I'll explain this.
Yeah.
Basically, just like Axie Infinity, you could buy these NFTs and you could earn the in-game token and cash that out like a P2E model. But also with those NFTs, you could rent them out and you could have scholars or delegates. And unfortunately, the delegates and scholars just earn all this money, cash it out, and we just have money leaving the ecosystem. So with Delegation V2 and the Ice Merge, delegates can no longer cash out the Ice token. It actually gets locked up in what they're calling banked Ice. And once they reach enough banked Ice in their account, they can redeem that for like a small discount towards an NFT wearable. So they're really incentivizing delegates to save Ice, not cash it out of the system, and then redeem it for an NFT to then become an owner and stay within the ecosystem. Now, this is a very controversial move because a lot of delegates who are there playing the game, trying to earn every day, now had their earnings taken away, and they're not so excited about having to play for a month, 2 months, 3 months to then buy a wearable. They don't want to go that long without earning. So we might see an exodus from the delegate side, from the Ice Poker community. Some of them are still going to stay. Some of them see the opportunity and enjoy the game and want to continue being a part of the ecosystem. It's a bold move. It's a courageous move. I've kind of used the analogy that it's like cutting off the arm to save the body. Which, it's a harsh move. It's a harsh move, but as I've explained to people, they had to do something, and this is what they chose to do to save the overall ecosystem. So we'll see if it works. What I like about this, Roach, and again, we just talked about Steppen, now we're talking about Ice Poker. These games are experimenting. They're trying things. They're innovating. They're seeing what works and what doesn't work. And overall, that is bullish and good for the Web3 gaming ecosystem, because that's the only way that we're going to grow, and that's the only way that we're going to, find gold and strike lightning. Because I do believe that one of these projects will find a model or a system that works, and that could, open up the floodgates for all of Web3 gaming. Maybe it's Ice Poker, maybe it's Steppen, maybe not. Maybe it's EV.io. I was just listening to a call with them last night where, their earnings are tied to the advertising dollars that they're generating. And that is such a fun and addictive game that I think their user base could grow really big and really fast because there's, low barriers to entry. And with a lot of daily active users, maybe that could bring in a lot of advertising revenue. So maybe that's the way to go. Do you have any thoughts on all this, Roach?
It is brutal because a lot of the people that play Ice Poker that are delegated, they're from other parts of the world where they do have necessities, and that Ice will pay for them to be able to live, manage.
Yeah.
But I'm actually on board with this, and frankly, I think that's what playing a game with a grind's about, to get that really good reward. So I know they won't have that money available, right away, but they can grind and get an ice wearable, and it'll be worth a lot more, and it'll overall increase the value of owning an ice wearable. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is quite brutal, but I definitely do agree with this new system that they're gonna have going on. And it just pays off. Patience pays off. It's definitely going to be worth the grind, and then you're going to have an ice wearable, and it's going to have more value because it's not going to be Iceyyy won't be being pulled out as much, and yeah, I definitely do like this new system that they're gonna try to attempt. Right, like you say, it's pretty courageous to do, but I'm actually on board with this, to be honest.
Okay, all right. We got some positivity from Roach in regards to ice poker. I love to see that. Here's one thing that I'm concerned about, Roach, is that I know owners with like 100 wearables, 20, 30, 50 NFTs, and they delegate to, 10, 20 people, delegates. If they lose, and they got into those NFTs because they saw it as a way for cash flow and for ROI. And they had these people grinding these NFTs and bringing in, money, even though the money was decreasing and declining, every day, every week. There was still a source of cash flow. If we have a big exodus of all of these delegates, those owners are left holding the bag. They're going to have no one to play for them. They've got all these NFTs that, they can't delegate out, and they're no longer earning that cash flow and money from. I don't know what impact that's going to have on them. Do they sell all their wearables and that kind of crashes the market? I mean, there's a lot of dynamics here, and it's going to be very interesting to watch play out. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm hoping for the best. As you all know, I got my start in ice poker. I still love the project. I still love the team. But when you got to cut an arm off, it's not a good feeling. There's going to be bleeding. There's going to be pain. And then you're going to have to walk around without an arm.
Yeah, that honestly is quite brutal for those people that do have, a lot of ice wearables. And I mean, how could I put it? I mean, to be honest with you, I just find it more fair,
Yeah.
See the thing about it, my beef with that is, again, one person can hold all.
Yeah.
I like equal distribution, therefore equal chances. So and no one should have it that easy. Like, if they already have the means, they should not have it that easy to own 50 and like have a whole, basically like employees working for them, earning all that passive income. Like, I always disagree with that about ice, and I
Yeah.
don't like that's what I don't like about undead blocks. I don't want somebody to have 20 packs.
Right.
That's way too freaking easy and unfair for more people that are really in need. So I mean, as brutal as that is, and maybe some people are gonna have to, give up some ice wearables, but in the terms of grinding, they got to work hard for it too. So again, I agree with that new system that they're implementing, and nobody should be that privileged, that lucky. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is,
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Look, as brutal as it is, as brutal as that is, I'm just being 100% honest. I'm just 100% honest. It's brutal, but I find it fair.
Yeah. No, I'm just playing around. I'm just having fun on stream. We gotta have fun. We gotta have fun, right? That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
All right. That was ice poker. Okay, let's get into. We're off of the game updates. Let's talk about some industry news. Bang. Industry news, guys. And the first one that we got today, I covered on my Web3 gaming markets and news updates that I do daily, my live streams on Twitch and YouTube. This was like the big story over the weekend, towards like the end of last week, and I definitely talked about it this week. So Apple is allowing NFT sales on the App Store, but there's a catch, as this article says. They are still subject to the 30% fee that Apple takes from app developers and in-app purchases. So this is huge. This is massive news. Apple in the App Store, which is on billions of phones, huge revenue driver, huge user base, is acknowledging and embracing NFTs, but they're taking 30%. So this is massive, Roach. What did you think about this?
Okay, so from my understanding, right? Because, like, okay, so right now on like iPhones, the iOS, there are no apps, right? Like, there were no apps that you were able to exchange NFTs and whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
I find this to be a good thing, even though I know there's taking like 30% of all transactions and whatnot. But this is a good thing because the majority base of people are iPhone users. You
Yep.
know, people favor iPhone over Android, and now that they're allowing like these apps and the assets being traded in their market system, that's gonna bring in a lot of new people like that are interested, and curiosity is gonna be there, and they're gonna want to get into it and see what it's about, and they might be interested and learn. So yeah, this is huge, and this could be a very positive impact for the future for the Web3 space and NFTs and whatnot.
Let me see. As you were saying that, I had a question about taking a 30% cut from app developers who make over 1 million. Interesting. I had the same. Okay, so we had this tweet actually from Tim Sweeney. So let's start with that. Oh crap. Well, I can go back there. So the CEO of Epic Games came out swinging. He, fuck around and find out energy. Now Apple is killing all NFT businesses it can't tax, crushing other nascent technology that could rival its grotesquely overpriced in-app payment service. Apple must be stopped. Throwing down the gauntlet. Now, Apple has been criticized heavily before for taking 30% of app developers, right? I mean, that is a large cut of the revenue. So here's my thoughts though. I agree with you, Roach. I think that you're spot on. I think that this is a huge first step in adoption of NFTs. And I actually think that Apple will eventually maybe change its policies and adapt to the NFTs and crypto and Web3. But I think that this makes perfect sense from their standpoint in the beginning, because they probably don't really care too much about NFTs and this technology, but they understand that it's growing, and they're probably getting a lot of apps on their store and on their platform that want to do things around NFTs, and they're like, well, hey, like, how do we address this? And they're just like, well, listen, these are our policies. We take 30% from everything. So why would we treat you any different? Like, we don't really probably care, or we're not thinking too deeply about your space yet. So it is what it is. This is our policy, 30%. Obviously, I think that's a misappropriation or misapplication of their policies, because NFTs are different. Like, if I trade an NFT to you, like, neither of us should lose 30%. That's kind of wild. And if it's an NFT marketplace, that's an app on the phone where you and I are trading, like OpenSea, right? Imagine OpenSea was on the App Store. Mm-hmm. I buy an NFT off of you, Roach. I pay OpenSea the 2.5% transaction fee, and then Apple is going to take 30% of their 2.5%. So maybe it's not that much. And it is their revenue. And if the experience is for you and I is the same, then maybe that's not such a big deal. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it, I guess, now that I'm like thinking out loud with that example, because I don't care like about OpenSea's revenue, like whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, let's look at it this way, right? Why would OpenSea ever put their app on the Apple Store if they're going to lose that much of their revenue, when they can just keep it browser based and keep that? So I guess that's where Tim Sweeney is right about calling them out. It's like, dude, no one is going to build on your platform because it just doesn't make sense. And that's going to harm innovation. That's going to harm growth. You're going to miss out on this whole industry. So really interesting stuff there. But like I said, I agree with you, Roach. I think that this is a beautiful first step towards adoption, towards acknowledging us as a space and legitimizing this space. Because, I mean, there's no bigger technology company in the world than Apple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. you know, that's the thing about Apple. Like, you know, they're all about business. You know, they're all about making the money. But the point is that they're integrating that into their you know, market, and it'll just bring in more people, and they could always find alternative ways, you know, to go, not necessarily through Apple but through Android or through something else, you know.
Mm-hmm.
like like that's the negative part of that they're doing from it. But you know, from the business perspective, there has to be some kind of price to pay. But yeah, when it comes to, you know, for, you know, them adopting it and whatnot and bringing more people into the space, that's the positive from that, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Moving on to the next piece of industry news that I thought was remarkable this week. This one got me really excited when I first saw it. So this is a tweet from Robbie Ferguson, the CEO of Immutable X, one of the biggest blockchain scaling solutions out there, doing a lot with gaming. So Robbie announced 5 million members of GameStop's Pro subscription service are about to receive Gods Unchained cards tomorrow if they play a game. This is one of the unique distributor forces of Web3 that you can share value with players to onboard them instead of spending billions on ads. And I couldn't agree with that more. I love the idea of airdropping NFTs to give access to a broader user base or different communities to onboard them onto your game. I think that's an incredible marketing strategy and promotional strategy. You know, we've seen that with Ice Poker and other projects, airdropping, you know, assets to user bases. So when I saw this, I was like, holy shit, Immutable X, GameStop, Gods Unchained, this is going to be massive. And I think that the ability and technology and the idea is, and it is there. Unfortunately, I didn't see any real excitement from this. I was a little confused because I didn't see any news about this, and I don't even know if it went well. So, you know, Robbie says in the follow-up tweet, this will be one of the largest Web3 marketing experiments in gaming history. And then it just was like crickets. So I actually went to the GameStop Twitter, and I was like searching for news. I was like searching for Gods Unchained, and there was like almost nothing except for like one tweet. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I had it pulled up. But yeah, there was this one tweet that got, 800 likes, but only 40 comments. So, when I saw 5 million, like, you expected there to be a little bit more noise than this. So,
yeah, and it wasn't.
I guess you had to like sign up for the Power Up Rewards Pro before midnight to get access to free Gods Unchained card packs. But then if like you look at the comments, it seems like some people had, issues about claiming. I see a lot of people claiming I've not received the email yet. This guy said he was on hold for over 30 minutes. Like, what gives? I'm a GameStop Pro member, did not receive the email code. This person seems like, oh, yeah, no, he's just verifying that he signed up, I guess. Yeah. So maybe a little bit of a clunky rollout. Maybe it wasn't the big splash that we thought it was going to be. My code doesn't work, this guy says. I still haven't received anything about this. So I was really excited. I thought this was going to be a big thing, but maybe it was kind of a flop.
Yeah, over 5 million users, and for it to not get like any, wow, that's pretty. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the concept is there, but yeah, maybe the execution wasn't. Yeah. But nonetheless, shout out to Robbie, shout out to Immutable, shout out to Gods Unchained, and shout out to GameStop for giving it a shot. And I think that we're gonna see like so many more announcements like this, so many more campaigns like this. This is just such a brilliant way to onboard people. So I think this is just the beginning, and this is the kind of stuff that like makes headlines and makes big news. So this is we're definitely gonna have more of this.
Yeah.
Okay, Roach. Moving on. We got Walmart Walmart dives into the metaverse and launches in Roblox with Wally's World, the Walmart store experience in Roblox. What'd you think about this?
Actually, I do have a question about Roblox.
Yeah.
I mean, Roblox started off, it's actually an actual metaverse, or what is happening? Because I know Roblox is like on the phone and like on the consoles, right? It's like a Web2 game.
Yeah, it is a Web2 game.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was so confused when I saw this. I was like, wait, so is it Web3 now? Roblox? Like, are they on chain or what's going on?
I do think it's a pretty liberal use of the term metaverse. You know, I don't know. I mean, people talk about Fortnite being a metaverse, so we don't really have a very good, clear definition of what a metaverse is. So people are just kind of using all these buzzwords, right?
Yeah, this threw me off. That's why, like, when I saw this, I was like, wait, what? I think it's pretty cool, but yeah, the term, like the use of metaverse, I'm like, no, this isn't, that's not a metaverse.
Yeah.
The fact that they just collab is cool, and they have like assets that you can use that are Walmart branded, but
I do think that people can like host their own servers. Maybe those are on chain or something like that. So maybe there's some like early seeds of metaverse concepts and ideas, kind of like Minecraft, right? Like where it is these like open worlds where you can build and develop. I kind of had the same reaction. I kind of smirked and like rolled my eyes like, okay. This is like, the corporates in Walmart being like, what are we doing about this crypto metaverse stuff, guys? We got to do something about the metaverse. And, someone in the board meeting's like, why don't we open up a store in a game? And it's like, that's it. You get a raise, you get a promotion, make it happen. So, it's not like for the true hardcore gamers, maybe, not the most interesting or exciting thing. I don't think anyone's rushing to the Walmart store in Roblox, but what I do like about this is it's just another breadcrumb in the long line of breadcrumbs of adoption, mainstream, big business, big corporations, knowing that they have to address and pay attention and acknowledge and do something with the metaverse, with crypto, with Web3, and throwing their hat in the ring and putting resources and development and time into the space. And maybe it's going to be awkward and clunky and cringy in the beginning, but that's how they learn, right? That's how they learn. So I salute them for doing it, but I won't be jumping in there.
Yeah, no, it's good to know that they want to get involved, but yeah, I don't know. This isn't something that I would say to be hyped about,
Yeah. And then our last news story, guys, we're going to go through this section kind of quickly. Honestly, it wasn't like a huge news week. I think there was more interesting stuff on the gaming updates and gaming teasers, but this is a small little update to a story that we covered last week. So we talked about the Zaliqua launching a gaming Web3 console where you can play games and then mine their Zaliqua token or something like that, their ZIL token. But it turns out that someone found the box for their game, because I was pretty impressed. I was like, they actually had a console. They like put time and development into design and manufacturing this console to like come out here. I was like, okay, they're doing it. But apparently you can just get the console stock off of Alibaba.
Dude, what the hell?
So they kind of got called out here. Now I guess they did address this. I did look into the comments and they said that they addressed it in their launch video, the video that we showed last week, Roach. And I went to the clip. I mean, they address it very minimally. They really downplay it, which I guess is the whole point. They're gonna downplay it, being like, oh, to reach mass scale adoption, we're just gonna choose something stock, off the shelf, so that we can put in the hardware. What's important is the hardware inside, and the software. We just want to launch, the product. So yeah, we took this off the shelf solution because it's what's inside that matters. And I guess that makes sense. However, this just was not a good look. Not a good look. They should have been maybe a little bit more transparent about that. or just changed it up a little bit. I mean, it's like legit. They didn't make any changes to this at all. So kind of crazy.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, this should have just been more clear that, hey, we're going to use something that's already there and we're just going to integrate the technology and the software, that, yeah, that's not.
Yeah, a little bit of egg on their face there. They said that they addressed it plenty of times, please look at the responses under the tweet. I looked at the responses. I couldn't really find anything. So I don't know. We weren't too hot on the console when we found out that it's, mainly just mining their own token. And then to see this was kind of another red flag, nail in the coffin kind of thing, just kind of downer. But, I don't want to be too harsh on them because, again, we have to support builders building and people taking shots. So overall, I salute them and hopefully they learn and kind of grow from that.
Yeah, hopefully they become more original.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it for industry news. Kind of a shorter segment, but I think that's, we don't want to draw that out too long. Next up, we want to talk about what's on the horizon. So in the later half of the show here, let me see here. We do have, let's go here on the horizon. And then we'll wrap up with games that we're playing. Like I said in the beginning, we kind of changed the format up a little bit. I got to update this graphic because we're not doing the What's on Our Mind segment, and we did game updates after the teasers. So I'll have an updated graphic for you next week. But let's jump into off of industry news and what's on the horizon, things that you guys should know coming up. And the first one that I've got, let me go back here. The first one that I've got that I'm really excited about, actually, Roach. It's someone, it's a project that we follow near and dear to our hearts. So Vroomway grand opening tomorrow.
Yes, sir. And also, it's going to be Nikki's birthday on the same day. So we're going to have the launch and her birthday to celebrate. That's going to be super exciting.
Happy birthday. Amazing builder in the space, amazing community member, Nikki Fuego. If you don't know, get familiar. Vroomway.io, probably my second favorite game in the Decentraland ecosystem after Ice Poker. So for people that don't know, Roach, tell me a little bit about Vroomway.
So basically, Vroomway is of course, play to earn. You have 3 different types of modes that you can participate in. Well, you will have 3 more tomorrow. The other 2 will be dropping. But first, you have like a quick sprint race. You could race against other people to like beat their time and try to place like high on the leaderboard. The better you do on the sprint, like time wise, the more rewards you'll have. Tomorrow, they will be dropping their demo derby, which is basically like a twisted metal kind of game mode where you like compete against each other. In this case, you're gonna have to knock down your opponent off of 3 stages. Last person standing wins. And for the 4th one, they're gonna have these Fuego circuits where you literally race in your car like Mario Kart against other people. And I'm not too sure. I don't have that much information on the Fuego circuits, other than there will be like you'll be on the track with like I think 7 other players or 6 other players. There will be items you can pick up, so you can actually like attack your opponents, and there will be like speed boosts and all that. So definitely, I know that I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. If you guys didn't know already, you do have access. They're no longer in the closed alpha stage. And what else? It's been a while actually since I've been to Vroomway myself. I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, I mean, you can gather your friends and you can be excited to play the new modes and compete and see who does best.
Yeah, absolutely. I logged in maybe like last week to check the leaderboard to see if I was still on there. I think this is an older photo, but I was still on the leaderboard. I guess I'm not in this one. You're on this one though, Roach. Look at you go.
Hey, let's go.
Look at you go, bro. I love Vroomway. Very excited for their opening. Congratulations to Nikki Fuego and the team, CK Bubbles, Dr. Drip, and everyone else that works on Vroomway. yeah, I'll have to pop in. And they're doing some great things, doing some amazing things in Decentraland. So very excited for that update for them. Moving on, guys. Moving on. Another little on the horizon. I put this in here for you, Roach. You know, Undead Blocks. This is the tweet that they sent out. Just merch. Period. I mean, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, but pretty exciting in there.
Yeah, in previous AMAs and like in the Discord and Twitter, they've been talking about like releasing their own type of their own merch. They're gonna have like the basic shirts, hoodies. I don't know if you ever seen Grant stream before, but he has like a neon sign in back of him that says, I think, Undead Blocks.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're gonna be releasing that, but people have requested that sign. It was really popular with them. But yeah, we're finally gonna get some merch. I'm definitely gonna order some, bro. Like when the tournament goes live, I'm gonna be repping the Undead Block shirt. I'm excited for that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Undead Blocks. A lot of good stuff going on. They make a lot of noise in the ecosystem. Guys, get your merch. Next we've got this one is from you, Roach. So War Park, a game that you are very excited about, very following. Your tank battler. Tell me what's going on here.
Okay, so basically on October 6th, we're gonna be able to see. I'm not sure, and I'll confirm that, and I'll let you guys know, like on Discord or Twitter. You're gonna be able to mint these tanks on October 6th. I'm not sure if you have to have a corpse pass or anybody would be able to mint, but it's gonna be a free play to earn. If you don't not own a tank, that's fine. You'll be able to play with a common tank, which provides no extra attributes. You'll just be a basic tank. But if you do happen to mint one of these, of course, the higher the rarity, the better the stats it'll have. Like you'll have, more XP per match. You'll have more like attacks. You'll be able to fit more crew members, and you'll be able to earn more crude, which I'm not sure what that is. If it's like their token or their just like in-game currency. And of course, owning one of these tanks, you'll be able to lease a tank. So for example, Iceyyy, if you don't have a tank and I do, I can lend it to you and you can play for me, and we'll both be earning resources and crude and whatnot. So definitely super excited for this. I'm not sure if the first beta that comes out, only tank owners will be able to play, but even if that is the case, once full game launches, everybody will be able to play it. But you just need one of these tanks in order to be able to do all the stuff that I just said. So earn extra stuff and delegate pretty much a tank.
So I've got a couple things to say, but before I get into it, guys, let me make clear, these are not ads. These are not sponsorships. We do not take ads or sponsorships at this moment, but if anyone wants to hit us up, let me know. This on the horizon section is really like upcoming things that I think the community might want to be aware about, might benefit from, or just be on the lookout from. So these are not paid sponsorships. These are games that Roach and I are paying attention to, are interested in, and these are just, we're sharing updates about things that are happening and upcoming on a lot of these games. So and I know that Roach is a hardcore gamer, and so if War Park has his attention, then you've got my attention. But Roach, I mean, do you think that this like opens the door for any like pay to win situations?
Yes, unfortunately, yes, it's pay to win because like for example, if I have the mythic tank, I have like I'll always get the most XP out of all the matches. I'll always get the most salvage. I'll always get the most crude, but still, like going back to like ice, like somebody owning too many. Like, I quite frankly don't like that. So it's definitely pay to win, but still you delegate a tank and you give that privilege for somebody else to earn for you. But the main question is for me, is that crude currency that you earn, is that their token, or is that just like an in-game currency, which I do know you will need it to upgrade your tanks and or crew to get better. But it wouldn't be so much pay to win if it wouldn't be so much pay to win though if it actually just meant we'll earn in-game currency and not an actual token. And I know Iceyyy just took off right now, which is fine, guys. But if you guys have any questions, you guys can let me know in the chat.
Hi guys, sorry, I had to take a brief intermission. I apologize.
It's all good, it's all good. No, but yeah, I was just saying, Iceyyy, like if crude is the actual token, then yeah, it's like super pay to win. But if it's just like an in-game currency that you could just use to upgrade to get better, then it won't be so much pay to win. Like if there's no payouts like that. So
yeah, I think the conclusion here, guys, is if you're interested in War Park, something that you've been paying attention to, they are having their origin sale coming up. So maybe something that you want to look into. But buyer beware, play to earn, buying these assets if you're expecting an ROI. Nothing is promised, so please make the right financial decision for you. Be financially responsible. Do your own research. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Jumping into the next one, though, that I am excited to share because this is maybe more so the way that it should be done. Maybe, I don't know. But Earth from Another Sun has a free mint coming up. I thought I had the date. Hold on, let me check my doc here. They've got a free mint coming October 5th. October 5th. This was alpha that was leaked on the Crypto Banter show. Crypto Banter, huge YouTube channel, 500,000 subscribers. They had an interview with Earth from Another Sun. We looked at some gameplay footage from them a little earlier at the top of the show, guys. So if you liked that gameplay footage that you saw and you're interested in Earth from Another Sun, check out this free mint. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, so you're going to have to, jump in the Discord, pay attention to their Twitter. This does say any interaction with this tweet will be considered for the whitelist. Hold on, let me see. Have I Okay, I did like it. Let me comment.
Yo, drop the link.
Free mint. Let's go. Let me in there. Yeah, we'll post the link to this tweet, guys, in the comments down below. So I have no idea, guys. We saw the success from Daiku, whatever that project was. Their free mint NFTs ended up skyrocketing to like 15 Ethereum. So is that free mint model, free to play, free to own, was a big narrative? Is that something that is gonna be big in the future? I have no idea, but this certainly jumped out at me. Whether it's pay to win, if it's a free mint, then hey, maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe this is a way to make a little bit of money. I have no idea, but that is on the horizon. October 5th, guys. October 5th. Mark your calendars if you're interested. Maybe we can get some good assets, some good NFTs here. Who knows? But this is one of the benefits of being early in the Web3 gaming space, being early to the development of these projects. We get to see them develop right in front of our eyes and participate in their communities, in their ecosystems. And we talked about it earlier, Roach, with Blankos. There was benefit to the early access users, whether that's fair or not. Listen, these guys gotta market and grow one way or another. And if we can benefit from them, from paying attention and being active, hey, I'm all for it. I don't know about you, but I'm all for it.
Yeah, see, I actually do like that free mint strategy, and it would make it fair if they have it like gated, okay, free mint, to get access to the game, but you could only have one per wallet. That way, like, more like, NFTs or passes, whatever, are distributed amongst more people. And yeah, I would agree with that in that sense. But as long as it's gated, you know what I mean? I feel like that is a good way to promote the game and get it to take off, so start.
Absolutely. All right, guys. And the last one that we've got here for the on the horizon, something that I wanted to share with the community. Again, we're Web3 gamers here. Like I just said, there's opportunity by using and playing these games early. These games run competitions. They do free mints. They're giving back to their early adopters, their early users. So Gods Unchained, we've talked about them a few times on the show today. They've got a competition coming up. I mean, I really feel like Undead Blocks is like lit a fire underneath everybody to do these like high dollar competitions, which you love to see. You love to see people putting money into the ecosystem. So this is a $53,000 tournament. They're calling it Battle for the Light, and it's going to be October 8th and 9th. So once again, guys, mark your calendars. If you are interested in this, if you're a Gods Unchained player, you're definitely going to want to participate in this. I don't know anything about the details. We're just here sharing, you know, that it's coming up, and that, you know, maybe there's some opportunity here, to benefit, to get in, to grab some of that prize pool. Cause I know, listen, there's no better example than Roach Killer right here, who, you know, competes in all of these games, and you know, has been benefiting from Blankos to Undead Blocks, to, you know, Sandbox and Decentraland. So we're gamers, and if we can make some money off this, let's go. What do you think about this, Roach?
I know you don't know the details, but if it's like 53,000 in one tournament, that's kind of crazy, you know, because Undead Block has already given like $60,000-$70,000 out in sponsorships and you know, from themselves, their treasury. But that's insane. I feel like instead of them making a huge move like that, 53,000 in one tournament, if that is the case, they should so it could last, you know, distribute that into multiple tournaments. They can make 4 tournaments out of those $53,000, you know, and that way they'll get the word out. There's these tournaments happening for Gods Unchained, and it'll bring new players if they missed out on the first one. You know what I mean? Because that is a lot of money. That is definitely a lot of money. And even if it's distributed amongst multiple players, like, the point is with that kind of money to bring in more people, having multiple tournaments so the word gets out and they'd be like, hey, look, I won here, this, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's what Undead Blocks is doing, and that's why they were increasing their player base by 1,000 each tournament.
Right,
Because they had all that money and they just distributed throughout the month. More people heard about it and they came to try it. So
absolutely,
that's a lot.
That is the way. That is the way. And didn't Undead Blocks do like some kind of giveaway or something like that, Roach?
Well, on top of that, yeah, they've been giving out rookie packs, which is the pack you get when you stake Undead token, and they value at like about $400 to $600. I don't know what ETH is right now, but yeah, let's just say $600. So yeah, on top of the money that they've been giving out for the tournaments, they're still giving away an extra $600, and on top of that, they give out Undead token, you know, $20, $60, $40 and whatnot. So, yeah, with those tournaments, they've been giving out a lot of money, but they've thought about it well. And they've taken that long route, you know, just extending it, extending the way that they're going to give out the money instead of just like slapping all that in one day, you know, and that's it. People are gone.
Absolutely.
You know, they won't come back because there's nothing else to come back to. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, I think that's it for everything that we've got on the horizon. Definitely, we do this show every Friday, so let me know in the comments down below if there's something that, you know, we didn't cover that we should have covered, or let us know what you want us to cover for next week, and we'll definitely take a look and get that in there. So last but certainly not least, Roach, let's talk about the games that we're actually playing, and we'll close out the show. So Roach, what games did you play this week, bro? What's hot? What are we doing?
Like I had told you in the beginning, I dropped Sandbox, so I no longer play that.
Wait, what?
Well, you know, I thought about it. Like, I don't have that much time. Fuck around. Yo, yeah. Let me tell you though.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Are you wait, Roach? Are you telling me that Sandbox was fucking around and they found out?
Yeah, bro. Because hear me out. The fact that they added the leaderboard, that was such a bad idea. Because I'm not gonna force myself to improve times to, you know, get money. Yeah, it's a lot of money, 30,000, you know, 5,000, whatever. But I feel forced to do that, and I don't want to. I'm not enjoying it, you know. It's not genuine gameplay, having fun. Yeah, that feels so forced, and there's just not enough time in the day.
You know what?
I'd rather take my time and do something else more productive than to like try to win.
It's funny that you say that, Roach. I think we talked about it last week, but that's exactly how I felt about the ice poker competition. Again, they were giving out, I think $30,000 in total, going until October 11th. I shared it on the Horizon last week. But for me, it was just like, dude, that is so much work. They wanted me to play 100 tournaments, in like 3 or 4 weeks. And a tournament can last 45 minutes. So that's like, 100 hours or, 75 hours, 50 to 75 hours to maybe win like 1,000 and maybe a couple extra, like, maybe upwards of like 2K if like you qualify for all the different tournaments and stuff like that. And it's just like, that's a lot of time commitment. And these tournaments are stressful. It gets sweaty just the way that you get sweaty in Undead Blocks. It comes down to the wire, and there's like gambling and chance aspects where it was just a little too much. And like, I'll play it for fun, but I'm kind of bowing out of the tournament. But go ahead. Yep.
Oh my god! And I was gonna see the thing about it too is that there's cheaters. They're cheating. Like, come on. So that I'm not gonna try to go up against somebody that's cheating. There's no skill. There's no skill.
Okay, so you're not playing Sandbox. They found out. What are you playing? What'd you play this week?
It's mainly just been Big Time and Blancos. As you know, Blancos, they added season 1, so I'm grinding that. I actually need to do the dailies today as well, but it's been Blancos, and I've been grinding Big Time, but trying to figure out how to balance my class because I got nerfed. So
you know what? Yeah, I somehow we missed that news segment on the game updates, but jump into it real quick, guys. Sorry for everyone that missed it out of order, but like, Big Time had a big update this week. They did a reset, or what happened?
No, so what they did was they just tried to balance out the game. So they nerfed a few things from each classes, but the Quantum Fixer got like super nerfed. I can't really do anything. I'm useless. I can't heal. My abilities don't do no damage or don't last as long. Like if I'm buffing my allies, there were some glitches where, like, for example, Shadow Blade or a Time Warrior, if they reskilled, like they reset their skill points, those stat points that they added on these specific gears are gone. They no longer have them.
Okay.
And it's bugged out. So that means the devs' response to that is we can't fix that right now. Just start all over again.
Wow.
So that's kind of brutal for those people that are high level.
Damn.
That's so many hours put in, and that's really bad. Nobody's gonna want to start over once they hit level 50.
Yeah.
It takes like a week just to rank up. When you're in that high of a level. But yeah, there's a bunch of nerfs. Yeah, there's a bunch of nerfs that were supposed to balance the game, but quite frankly, I know their point was to make it a little more like challenging, but it definitely made it a lot harder and more uncomfortable to play.
Okay. So this week of playing Big Time, I mean, did you enjoy it less, or did you kind of welcome that challenge and was like, well, this does suck, but hey, I still love the game enough and enjoy it enough to, like, I still have fun playing it? Or was it kind of a little diminished, do you think? What was your experience?
No, I did not have fun because, again, like, from my point of view, like, I'm useless. What am I gonna do? I can't do anything. Like, my abilities mean nothing. Like, I can't really help out the team. I can't do anything. But it's still fun, of course. Like, the new features, new dungeons. What else? Well, the NFTs have been dropping more frequently, so it has been more rewarding. Grinding hard.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, the experience has been difficult. So it's just about figuring out what I need to build up again, basically.
It feels like these are the pros and cons of, like, being an early adopter, right? Being a early access user, grinding through, the alphas and the betas. It seems like you kind of got to have that open mind of like, hey, these things are going to happen. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, you're there through the good and the bad. So hopefully, they do enough to reward the early adopters and make it worthwhile. Because yeah, I mean, you guys are putting in the work and really, I mean, an invaluable resource, in my opinion, to have streamers like you and other content creators playing the early versions of these games and creating content around them, and participating in the early development stages of these games. So very interesting. Straight from the front lines, guys. The big time updates from the horse's mouth, from the Roach killer's mouth. You heard it here first, or maybe you heard it first on his stream, but you heard it here on Web3 Gamer. Interesting. So, but you're still playing big time. You're still loving it. You're still, you know, in the ecosystem. So, you know, we do love to see that. And then you said Blankos was the other one that you're playing. Is that it? Just big time and Blankos?
Yeah, as of right now, this seems to be it. I mean,
No Decentraland?
yeah,
What?
no, I honestly, I didn't give up on Decentraland, but I just can't play it. I'm in a realm by myself.
Yeah.
I can't see nobody. I could only use the client, and that's only sometimes if I don't get kicked or whatever, like crash.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing else is working there.
Okay.
So I'm away from that. Yeah.
For me, slight change to my list. So last week my list was I think big time Ice Poker and EV.io. Actually, you know what? I did play Ice Poker this week. So same list. I just added Blankos. I obviously played a lot more Blankos this week. That was probably my #1 played game, as I mentioned at the top of the stream, or top of the show, guys. I was grinding, training for the Bryson Cup, and it did me no good because your boy came in last, unfortunately. I did post this clip on Twitter if you did not see it. Super fun. Got some got some dubs on KG, got some dubs on Bryson, got some dubs on the Don Father, but ultimately was not enough to even take anything home. But yeah, still loving EV.io. I'll jump in there like just if I want to take a break between work and whatnot, load up a few sessions. It's so quick to play. You can jump in and jump out anytime that you want to. So I was really loving that. Definitely played an Ice Poker sit and go. I think I played 2. I lost 1 and won 1. So still maintaining my good win rate there. So that was fun. And then, yeah, I guess I didn't play any, I haven't played any big time this week. There's been a busy week. There's been so much going on, but, yeah, guys, let us know in the comments what games that you're playing. If there's a game that, we talked about today that we should check out, or a game that we didn't talk about today that you're playing that you think we should check out, let us know in the comments. We'll give it a look and, give it a try. But with that said, Roach, I think that's it for the show, man. I think that's another episode 2 of Web3 Gamer in the can. That's all we got. That's all we got for the week. That's everything that happened in this week in Web3 Gaming, man.
Yeah, dude. Seems hopefully next week we'll have some more news, which I feel like we will have. There's some exciting stuff coming that these guys are revealing. So next week might be definitely one to look forward to.
Absolutely. We will be back next Friday. Web3 Gamer, this week in Web3 Gaming, the weekly recap. There's always going to be something going on, man. This space is so dynamic, so much going on, so much fun. So thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. It really helps the channel out. A free way to support the channel is to drop a like, drop a comment, tell us what games that you're playing. We appreciate you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Have a wonderful weekend, guys.
Peace. That's it, guys. Thank you. And of course, without further ado, everyone in the chat, I've been seeing you. I've been trying to interact with y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. Brandon, Destan, Bjorn, AI avatars pulling up. Mikey, Wes, of course, Potra, Shake and Bake, Fresh. I mean, the chat, the viewership has been going off today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed Web3 Gamer. Anything, Roach?
What am I about? Sorry?
Anything about the chat?
Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate you guys, hanging out with us, watching. I hope that the information that we gave you guys was something new, and it probably caught your interest. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, guys, different kind of show, different kind of stream. Obviously, we kind of do this for to produce more of a show to put on YouTube and whatnot. So we're not interacting with you guys as much, but I was in the chat saying what's up. I know Roach did not have the chat open. It's tough. We got a lot going on with the production over here. bunch of screens,
Yeah.
bunch of tabs. A lot of work goes into preparing the show for y'all. So hope you enjoyed it. A lot of good stuff this week, guys. A lot of, on the horizon, free mints, competitions, land sales. Definitely love the teasers. The teasers are my favorite part. I get to, every week I feel like I get to show Roach new games. So appreciate.
Yeah, bro. You definitely have been. I'm like shocked that I missed all these games. Like I have not seen anything about them. Like what?
Well, I think your job is like to be the gamer, and my job is to be like the nerd on Twitter. So it's probably working out okay.
Yeah. You stay in the office. I go out in the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which it's a good balance. It's a good balance. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream there. Let's see, is anyone live? Can we raid anybody? Spread that Web3 gamer love. We got Nerez. We do have JTV streaming DCL, but I think we got to give it to Nerez, our Blancos homie. I think he took down second in the tournament. The Blancos Cup, guys. If you did not catch any footage of that, I will have a video up, hopefully next week. If not, I know a lot of creators had VODs. You can go check out the VODs, and I'm sure Bryson will post something up soon too. So guys, Nerez is a Blancos beast. He whooped my ass. Unfortunately, he whooped Roach's ass. So we're gonna go send him the raid. And guys, appreciate y'all being here. Much love. I hope that you have a fantastic Friday and have a great weekend. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you, Roach. Much love, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, Iceyyy. This was awesome.
As always.